Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New fucking York Knicks, man, are up 2-0 on the Boston Celtics after a 91-90, another 20-point comeback win. Obviously, no hiding here. I'm a huge Knicks fan. Um, First of all, shout out to Mikal Bridges. Before we get into the analysis of this game, before I get serious, shout out to Mikal Bridges. 14 points all in the fourth quarter after having an atrocious shooting night. Still playing great defense throughout it, but he stayed in the game. We gave up five first-round draft picks for him. He's taken a lot of slander this year. At the beginning of the year, they said he lost his jump shot, but he was huge in the fourth quarter, of course. We have Captain Clutch Player of the Year, Jalen Brunson. He shows up in the fourth after having a pretty mediocre game by his standards. I think he only finished with 17. He was pretty bad until that fourth quarter. Karl Anthony Towns kept us in it for the first half. Made some huge rebounds. Got a huge putback, I believe, in the fourth. Played some good defense finally in the fourth too. He had a monster 17 rebounds. OG Anunoby didn't have the greatest shooting night, but obviously solid defense. Josh Hart, scoring wise, also kept us in it. It wasn't the greatest rebounding every day today. The wing stop, they weren't playing to their highest potential, but when it was needed, about 3 minutes left until the end of the fourth quarter, all three showed up. All the guys showed up. Shout out Mitchell Robinson. He's been a complete game changer this series. I know he went 3 of 10 from the free throw line in the first game, but his plus minus in this series is 31 points. He's been absolutely fantastic for the Knicks, giving us extra possessions, playing great one-on-one defense even when he has to switch out to perimeter. He got beat one time by Jason Tatum, but he's been playing really good defense out there, and the double big lineup has been a real big change. More on the double big lineup in the future, because that's been a new revelation, or it's coming back, I would say, in the NBA. Double big lineups have really shown major positivity in the playoffs this year and just throughout the season, really. Miles McBride came in, gave us some energy. Just a great Knicks team win because they played some sloppy, just bad basketball for about, I'm trying to do the math on it right now, about 33 minutes. 33 minutes, I would say. 33 of the first minutes was just bad basketball. Couldn't find their shots. Sloppy turnovers. Not really getting out to their man. I mean, the Celtics helped. They weren't hitting their threes again tonight. Jason Tatum was awful. And I'm a huge Jason Tatum fan because I'm a Duke fan. But Jason Tatum has been awful this series. And I believe the Celtics are 25 of 100 shooting from the three-point line. So as a Knicks fan, this series is by no means over. Even going up 2-1 and going back to MSG. But you know that the Celtics are going to have one great shooting game just in general coming from this team. So I fully expect the Celtics to definitely have one of those shooting games, whether it's in game 3 or 4 or one of these games. They're going to have a really good shooting game. I don't expect them to shoot 25% from 3 the entire time. And also the Knicks defense is causing a little bit of that, but it's also just shooting variance. They just haven't shot well. Jason Tatum has been terrible getting to the bucket. Actually, I think Derek White's been their best player. Derek White has been their best player throughout the series. I'm surprised Kristaps didn't play more because he was good for a stretch in that third quarter a little bit. I'm looking at his plus minus now. It was -9. Josh Hart finally decided to shoot open jumpers. They're leaving him wide open. He needs to attack Luke Cornett more. Luke Cornett has been good this series for the Celtics. He's been really good for the Celtics. I'm not gonna lie, but Jaylen Brown was aggressive. He played good. Until obviously the fourth quarter, none of them played good. But he did have 6 turnovers, so that's something to look at. But I think most of them came in the fourth quarter when they were all playing bad and the offense was disjointed. They went about 6 or 7 minutes without a field goal in the fourth, and they were resorting back to game 1, shooting a bunch of threes. Which, if Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are going to take sidestep threes. If they hit him, they hit him. Like, you're just going to have to live with that. If them boys are hitting sidestep threes, then they're just on that night. And I feel like that's what Tibbs has really preached to them. Just don't make anything easy. Make them take contested. You heard him during the podcast. Shut down the middle. Make them take contested turnaround jumpers. Make them take sidestep threes. Make them have to run good offense to get threes. Drew Holiday started off strong. He had Jalen Brunson on him, but I think they eventually made that switch to Jalen Brunson guarding Derek White because Drew Holiday was putting him in the post and just using his strength to score. I'm surprised he didn't take more shots. He only took 6 shots. Al Horford hasn't looked that well this series. Yeah, Luke Cornett has probably been their best big this series. I'm not gonna lie. Luke Cornett has probably been their best big this series, and that's shocking to say. Jason Tatum, he's shooting bad. I mean, he's getting rebounds, but they need him to score. Jason Tatum's supposed to be a top 5 player in the world, top 3 depending on who you ask, future face of the league, and he's playing awful. And this is the reason why I don't want to get into this rant because I'm a really big Jason Tatum fan, but this is the reason. Like, these are reasons why Jason Tatum can't be the face of the league. Not only does he gets unnecessary hate, like just random hate. I'm not really sure why. Oh, I know why, because he's kind of like emulating Kobe. Like, he just like dives hard into that. Not that he wants to be Kobe, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Kobe, he looks up to Kobe, texting Kobe, just little stuff like that. Same thing with like Halliburton and stuff. They're both great guys, and just people, I don't know, they don't like them. They're not like, I don't want to use the word aura, but like they just don't have that, like that on court and off court aura where they're just like this completely new and authentic person. Like, I don't know, it seems like they're just kind of trying to be someone. And more Tyrese Halliburton's more of a front running thing, but I'm getting a little bit off track. I've been drinking since the Knicks win, I'm not gonna lie. 91-90 victory. This is a huge win for the Knicks. No one gave us a chance. Obviously, you had 40 ESPN experts that thought that the Celtics would win in 6. They can still win in 6, but mostly like 5 or sweep. And we hadn't beat a good team all year. We were 0 for whatever it was, 0 for 10 against the top 3 teams in the league, Thunder, Cavs, and the Knicks. And, you know, all that doesn't matter until the postseason. We didn't even take a lot of free throws. Can't blame the Brunson flopping. We took 10 free throws. I think Brunson only had, because he got fouled late. So Brunson only had 4 free throws. He went to the line 2 times. Cat was looking awful in the third, but Cat has been big on the boards for us. I will say Cat was keeping us in the game early, really going inside and punishing the smaller wings and smaller and Al Horford, honestly, and their bigs. Just people that should not be able to guard a top 30 player in the league. Cat is a top 30 player in the league when he puts his mind to it. But once he gets frustrated and starts crying for fouls, then you get the Cat we see. But just an overall team effort from the Knicks. Another game they stole. Let's keep it. I feel like the first game was a little bit better. This game, it feels like they legitimately stole this game because they played awful, sloppy basketball for 33 minutes. Like I said, they did not deserve to win this game for 33 minutes, but the Celtics never pulled away. And if it's a close game with the Knicks, they've been in tons of close games. The Celtics have not. You have the clutch player of the year. The Knicks are used to these. They feel comfortable in close games, and that's right now has been the difference. Obviously, one superstar has played better than the other superstar. Jalen Brunson's been playing way better than Jason Tatum down the final stretches. So that's another big, huge sauce. Moving forward, if I'm Thibodeau, I'm playing Mitchell Robinson 25-30 minutes every game. And then when they want to do a hack Mitchell Robinson, just let them do that until you're in the bonus. If they want to do that and you're gonna play in the bonus for all 4 quarters, then let that happen because they have no solution for when Mitchell Robinson's on the court. They are able to take advantage when Karl Anthony Towns is on the court. They can hit key mismatches, but when Mitchell Robinson's on the court, the Knicks are just a significantly better defense. So it's just going to be interesting to see maybe if a couple of bench players step up, even though the Knicks don't really use a bench at all. But if maybe Miles McBride, Cameron Payne can play a lot better at home. So we'll see. For the Celtics, you're gonna need Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum flat out has to play better. You're gonna need your 2 stars to be stars. These are the 2 guys that led you to a championship. The Jays gotta be better. They're playing sloppy. You have 9 turnovers between the 2. I don't even know what they're shooting from the field. Jason Tatum, I think, scored maybe 2 points in fourth quarter. It's all bad. It's all bad. They gotta figure out a way in the fourth quarter to stop taking so many threes. Tim Lillard said it best. When they get into the fourth quarter in these games, it feels like they're constantly taking the last shot of the game. Like everything's rushed, everything is sped up. It doesn't seem like they're getting into their normal flow of offense, which helps the Knicks. Look, I'm not gonna complain, but you just gotta assume that the Jays are gonna turn it around, especially Jason Tatum. This would be an all-time bad performance. I don't know if he's had one of those, because usually all superstars have one series where they just played absolutely awful. Maybe this is Jason Tatum's moment after winning a championship, and he'll get better from this. But you don't know, because last playoffs, because during the Magic series, he played really well. He was averaging over 30 for like 3 straight games. So I don't know. It's just, if you're a Celtics fan, you got to be scratching your head. Blow 2 20-point leads to a Knicks team that you probably feel, if I'm a Celtics fan, a lot of Celtics fans be saying that they probably feel like they're a lot better than us. They probably feel like these games shouldn't be close. We're going up 20 all the time. I think we're actually way closer. We're more closer to the last game we played to the regular season, where it was a close game and went to overtime. The Celtics should be a better team, but just off their depth, I don't think their starting 5 and our starting 5 are just so far apart that we can't compete with them. But yeah, I'd be lying to you if I thought we were gonna steal 2 games. I just wanted to steal 1 game. I was a little upset this game because it just seemed like a very winnable game for us. Just the way the Celtics were letting us stay in the game. And I was like, they just didn't seem greedy enough to steal 2 games. But it was a 12-point game heading into the fourth, and I felt confident in my boys, and the boys came through again. And you could just see, like, the Celtics tense up, and, oh, it's happening again. And this is a big one for the Knicks, man. 2-0, Pacers up 2-0. Man, this is a big one. As for the other game, I believe I just saw that the Nuggets scored 149 points. I know they put up the most points in the first half in playoff history, with like 87. I don't really have much on that game because it's just like, I'm not gonna lie, I stopped watching in the third, but it's kind of what I expected from one of these games. Either the Cavs game, but the Cavs went down with some stars, like I said yesterday. And then I thought maybe either we would fold over at some point in the third when we went down 20. We already did our job. We stole a game. So going back 1-1 with home court advantage, that's what we wanted. Like, that's all you want as an away team. Or a lower seed. You want to steal 1 game, go back 1-1, at least back to the crib, steal home court. And that's what it seems like for today. For the Thunder, came out swinging. They just couldn't miss. They came out with a different energy. I don't think there's much to take away from this. Maybe how they defended Jokic, because he's got off to a little bad start. But I don't think there's much to take away. I expect the Nuggets to play a lot better. We've seen the Nuggets get blown out before by 50 to the Timberwolves and then come back and play amazing basketball, especially when you go back home to play in Denver. So I'm not concerned about the Nuggets. I think that's still going to be a great series. Interested to see what type of adjustments they make and what type of energy they come out with. Sorry, I'm hiccuping. The Lagunitas has got me. I'm not gonna lie, but huge win for my Knicks. I don't have much to recap. Give me your thoughts. Some things I missed. What are you guys seeing from the Celtics? What are you guys seeing from the Knicks that's propelling them back into these games? What are some things that both teams can change? You guys want to talk about the Nuggets and Thunder series? Not the Nuggets and Thunder series. Yes, the Nuggets and Thunder series. Let's give your 2 cents on that. But, I didn't have much from this game. They scored 150 points. It's not going to happen much in the playoffs. A team got blown out. So, we'll see. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.